Yeah, we back.
What up, Twitches?
Lost in hip hop. Yo, DJ Concept. Mickey Knox on the set right there. Playing some bangers.
What up, Mr. Menza?
Oh, yeah.
DCM Live TV. We are live every Wednesday night from 9 to 11.
Indeed. We got a packed house tonight.
Yeah, we got wall to wall.
I mean, it is. I mean, for people in the room, they know it's wall to wall.
We have a couple of legends in the building.
Word. Our first guest tonight. Actually, I'm very excited to talk to a mixtape legend. Been listening to this guy's mixtape since the mid '90s.
Absolutely. That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, word. Straight out of Queens. We got my man Cutmaster C in the house.
What's up, Queens? Get the money, Cutmaster C. Queens, let's go. 2026. We back, baby.
Cutmaster C.
Wow. Crazy.
Yeah, man. So there's a lot of different questions, and I always let Mickey and Concept go first because I like to, hit them with the different
I mean, what we always like to do first is take it back.
Yeah, give them a little rundown before I start, really, because I definitely want to get into some things with you. But, give them a little bit of your history, the mixtapes, the mixtape awards, all of that stuff.
What made you do it? Why'd you love it?
Well, you know what?
What'd you hear
Let's just get into it then. Let's just get into it then. Growing up, mixtapes in the mid-'90s was the thing. Not the way, this was Spotify on a tape. Right? You, Cutmaster C, was one of the elite mixtape DJs. Yes, your mixtapes was everywhere. You was out there with Clue, before K-Slay hit, all of that stuff. How do you get to that level early in the game?
Just being hungry, being consistent. I came up listening to Ron G, Kid Capri,
for sure,
doo-wop and all of it, and I just fell in love with it. I fell in love with the mixtape game. I was like, this is something I want to get into. And Clue was actually, I came out around Clue, but Clue was out before me.
Yes.
And, I just remember seeing Clue, even though we'll get to that, we got into something, but I remember, walking on the Ave and seeing Clue go from a Sentra to the BMWs to the big body Benz. It looked like he was selling drugs, but he was selling mixtapes.
Right.
I said, I want in.
Right. And so what do you do from there?
I had to learn the game. I already, like I said, I fell in love with it from listening to Kid Capri, the Ron G's, and my Walkman in high school and all that. I fell in love with it. So I was like, I want to be a DJ.
Right.
So I learned how to be a DJ.
Did you get techniques and all that?
No, I started off with the bullshit equipment.
All right.
Like every DJ.
I was working at Kmart. I had to save my money and buy the little E-Lot.
Yes.
Had to put the nickels in the corner.
Yes, my man. Yes.
So I'm scratching the records waiting to skip.
Right.
What year was that, would you say? Like when you first
set a turntable?
Yeah, basically when you first really fell in love with it, you knew you was going to do this.
I would say honestly, I think I was in high school 94, maybe 94, 93.
Wow. So, all right. So one of the biggest part of the mixtape scene in the 90s was having those exclusives. In order to compete with dudes like Clue, doo-wop, and all those at the time, you needed top tier exclusives. And one of the things that collecting the mixtapes led into, we're mixtape connoisseurs from back then.
Connoisseurs.
You had certain records that no one else had on their mixtape.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't start off with the exclusive.
Right. So let's talk how you got
that's why we're trying to bring it back a little bit.
Let's talk about how you made
Remember, I said I was listening to the Ron G's and the Kid Capri's. So Ron G was like the blend master.
Yes.
So I came in the game, and I'm from Queens, and then the Queens dudes, Grandmaster Vic, Dog Time, Buddha Barber, J. Delarello.
Wow.
So,
those are the names.
They were blends.
I came in the game trying to be a blend tape dude.
Right.
And my taste wasn't really moving. Remember, it was tapes first.
Yes.
It wasn't moving off the shelves. I was working, I don't know if y'all remember Shirt Kings.
Yes.
I was a hustler all my life.
Yes.
From a little kid, I was a hustler. So, I always had a job and a hustle on the side. So, I worked at Shirt Kings. In the front, I was selling all the mixtapes. I was selling Clue, Grandmaster Vic, Ron. I was selling everybody. I had my taste, but mine wasn't really moving. So the drug dealers in the neighborhood that I knew, and they used to come in, always crack jokes and stuff, and they'd be like, yo, C, one guy pulled me to the side and said, yo, Clue is the man. Why don't you come up with the exclusives? He's like, we don't want to hear them blends. The blends is cool, but we want the new shit. That's what's going to really make you somebody. Right. And I took his advice.
Right.
No, and I wasn't getting exclusives. I was taping them off the radio, and I was cutting out the commercials.
Right.
like stretching Barbito and all
Right.
Yeah.
But I was studying Clue. And I started playing all the new shit. Then I had another problem. The tapes wasn't clear enough.
Right.
So then I learned how to make them clear. Once they became crystal clear and I got the right echo machine and everything,
Right.
I started taking off.
And this and Jamaica Ave was the spot.
And the crazy thing about it is my mother's apartment was right
there.
2 minutes from Jamaica Ave.
Nice.
I was right by the Coliseum.
Nice.
I could make my tapes and just walk up on the Ave and hit all the stores. So they was impressed once I started coming out with all the new shit. They was like, oh, bring more. It started selling.
So it seemed at one point as like if you were gonna get anything that was super exclusive, you would have to find it on one of your tapes. That's how it was as a fan going looking for certain names.
Absolutely.
Right. You know what I mean,
Like you had certain Nas records that we couldn't find
Right.
nothing else. How do you get to that level where now you have exclusive Nas joints and all these that no one else can get?
All right. So I really had to make a name for myself. So what I did was I started paying the rappers for freestyles.
Okay.
Because I really was studying Clue.
Okay,
I'm gonna be
there we
honest.
go.
I didn't
Even
know.
though we get to that, but I was studying Clue. He was the king when it comes to the mixtapes.
Right. Yes.
Hands
absolutely.
down.
Yes.
You know that.
Hands down.
And I said, I'm coming for him. I'm coming straight for the top dog. I'm coming for him.
All right.
Yeah.
So I started paying the rappers. I met Royal Flush.
Yes.
I got him on the freestyles, and he started tearing the tapes up. Nature.
Yeah.
Yes.
I got with Iman Thug from Queensbridge.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was playing I Got Tragedy. I was playing all the hot dudes that had the streets because Clue was doing that.
Yes.
Clue had the Nas and the Natures.
Yes.
The Mobb Deeps.
Yes.
They was giving him all the exclusive freestyles. So once I started getting freestyles and they were saying my name,
Yes.
I started getting more street credit. The E-Money Bags, rest in peace, E-Money Bags. A lot
Word.
R.I.P.
I got with Mobb Deep. I started getting like bigger and bigger and bigger. And then I got exclusive. Then exclusives, they started sliding me exclusives. I got something with it was Biggie doing a Little Kim rhyme and saying her verse.
Yes.
Biggie was actually saying,
Yes.
I remember
Yes.
that, bro.
Yes.
I took the tape up to Wendy Williams and I sent her a bottle of Moet. She got the tape. She stopped the radio. She was like, whoever knows Cutmaster C, find him. I need to talk to him. She says, sorry, Clue, I'm putting your tape down now. I got the new Cutmaster C, and it's crazy.
She was on BLS at the time?
I think so, or
Right.
maybe 98, I don't
7,
know.
right? Kiss.
I called her. I went up to my mother's house. I called her. I had somebody record the conversation. And she was like, what's going on with this Biggie? So is it safe to say Biggie is writing Little Kim's rhymes? And I was like, I don't know. She's like, what, you don't want to be on the radio? I was like, yeah, I want to be on the radio. She's like, see, what's going on? It's Little Kim right. I said, you got it right. It's right there. She's like, Clue, listen, there's a new sheriff in town.
Yeah.
Wow.
And not for nothing,
Now-
that's huge.
Now I'm not paying for exclusives no more.
Right.
You know?
And they're running them to you now.
And then remember I said I recorded that. I took that intro
Yes.
and put it on the following tape. That sparked a beef with me and Clue.
Yes. All right. So let's
Well,
get...
I know we'll get to that when y'all ready.
Yeah, no, I'm
But
ready.
I was just giving you the early version,
you know, the early version.
Yeah.
is
Yes.
what was-
So out of all the rappers you were playing a freestyle in the early, what's a memorable moment you had with one of them?
Let me see. It's just so much, man. It's
Yeah.
so much. Capone and Nori.
Yeah.
The first album was The War Report.
Yes.
I probably played like more than half the album on one of my mixtapes.
Yeah.
I remember.
I did it in the DJ Absolute. I don't know if y'all remember Absolute.
Yes, of course.
Of course.
He did the same thing. Like we always gunning for the number one spot.
Yeah.
Absolute was another one of the other, it was that where who was gonna get the next
DJ
exclusive.
Envies. They
Yes.
was like everybody
Envy
was fighting
too,
for the
but
number one spot.
and of
Yes.
course,
'Cause
like
Clue had the throne.
Yes.
with all due respect to Envy, to me, I never got really much of an
Me neither.
exclusive off of one of his, like
Me
something
neither.
that I
Right,
haven't
right.
heard somewhere else.
Yeah.
All due respect,
Yeah.
but Cutmaster C, DJ Absolute was like the ones that were gunning for if Clue didn't have it, it's
They
like,
had-
yo,
yeah.
they had, and
Yeah,
I'm
they
like,
knew to get the seat.
Yeah.
so was there ever a point where it was like, just a blind robbery in a studio where you just like, yo, slide me that fucking thing, and you just got a joint out of the studio that you wasn't supposed to?
There's been a lot of times the engineers might have slid me some music.
Yeah.
The producers,
That's what I want to hear.
The
because,
leaks.
You know,
the girlfriends.
Whoa.
That was cheating on them.
Whoa. Really?
That's
Okay.
that's another
They
level.
get in the car
That's
with me.
terrible.
That's
I'm making money now, so now I'm driving hot cars. I'm coming through the Queens in the Acuras, the
Right,
Lexus.
right.
The first car I had the MPV. Clue had the MPV. I went and got mines. And then every
Sure.
car just kept getting the big cars. And Now I'm dating their girlfriends. They cheat on them.
Bro.
They get in the car with me. They play their music. Let me get that.
And I'm sure we can't name names, and
No, I'm
that's
not gonna
okay
name
too.
names.
You know what I mean? But maybe it's somebody's favorite rapper or somebody's favorite DJ or
course,
producer.
yeah.
Right. That's so crazy.
Yo, that's pretty funny because I the way that I searched for mixtapes, which was either on the Ave or up, in Long Island, it was Deer Park Ave, and some bodegas had the shit.
Yeah.
And some
Uncle
people
Phil's.
was always known for having certain DJ mixtapes.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So it was
Yes.
like an every week or every 2 week thing where you're trying to see is Cut C there?
We definitely got the Queens mixtape DJs out here. We didn't get so much the Harlem,
Harlem
guys,
guys,
right? The
Brooklyn.
SNSs, the Run, right? But definitely
Craig
Queens and
G,
Brooklyn.
remember Craig,
Right,
mentioned Craig?
right,
Yeah.
Craig G. We didn't get those guys.
SNS.
SNS,
Yeah.
right? But that's why we were always out here was Clue, Envy, Cutmaster C. The Queens guys. We
Cool
got
Kid came a little later, right?
later,
Yeah.
later, 2000 or so, right?
Yeah, for
When
sure.
he really banged up.
Yeah,
But so then now you getting bigger. People are coming to you with the exclusives. Now what happens with Clue?
Okay, well, it was getting bigger. So honestly, Wendy, but I take the blame too because I played the intro, so that's what really made it mad. But Wendy kind of
a new
sparked.
sheriff
Wendy
in
Williams
town,
sparked
right?
it.
Right, and-
Wendy back. That was her thing back.
And
then.
you didn't mean
she
to do
was,
that.
like, known
that
for-
was not your intention.
No, I didn't mean to start a beef. I was just
Right.
trying to get my name out there, get some
But
publicity.
she did like controversy. She fed off of
That's
controversy.
how she made her money.
Yeah,
and,
that was.
and I kind of followed her suit. And I
Right.
did the same thing, and
So it was a conscious effort.
it started.
You knew-
it
you
started
knew-
a beef with me and Clue.
But
And the funny thing about it is, before I really got into the game, because I knew me and Clue was in high school at the same time, so we was cool.
You went to the same
Everything-
school?
No, I didn't go. I went to
Okay.
Jamaica.
Okay.
I think he might have went to Cardozo or something.
All
but
right.
We didn't go to the same school, but his cousin Splash
Yeah.
went to Jamaica.
I remember that. All right.
Splash was the voice of the early Clue tapes.
Yes.
Shout out to Splash. And Splash was the voice for Envy for
Yes.
a long time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do remember that. And I mean, what?
So what
yes.
happened was I played the intro and everything, and I didn't know it was gonna start a beef. And Clue seen me on the Ave. He had Desert Storm.
Yeah.
They was deep, a lot of them. I used to move around a lot by myself.
Right.
Or it would be me and maybe one person. I didn't have a mob of people with me. So I think I was in the Coliseum. I was in my MPV, and rest in peace, Ron Du. Ron Du came up to me. I seen Clue, but it was a lot of them, and they was coming to the car. I was like, something's about to go down. I had my cousin in the MPV with me. Ron Du came up to the driver's side and said, "Yo, you're not gonna keep disrespecting the God." And I'm looking at Clue, and I'm like, I'm not gonna say his name. We all know his name. I'm like, come on, I know this guy before when he first started, when he was riding around in the Red Central. They surrounded Clue like he was John Gotti. It was
Yeah.
like
Wow.
maybe 30, 40 Desert Storm dudes. Like, yo, you're not gonna disrespect him, blah, blah, blah. You apologize. I'm not apologizing to nobody. We going back and forth. Yo, don't say his name or don't say nothing on the tapes no more. Then he swung on me. I was in shock. He punched me like through the window. I'm sitting in the MPV. We right by the Coliseum.
Wow.
He
Cousin in
did
the
himself.
passenger seat.
He
I looked
swung.
He punched me right off right through the window.
Damn.
So if it was World Star back then, but it wasn't, that would have been World Star.
Oh shit!
I looked at my
Crazy.
cousin. My cousin just gave me a look like, boy, hit him back, bam. Tried to cut me. I had a black Sherlin on. He went right for my face. I seen the razor. I took my Sherlin and just like this, he cut the jacket up. And I covered it and I pulled off. I sped off.
Wow.
What a story.
I didn't know it got
That's
that.
insanity.
I definitely didn't know it got like.
Yeah.
Look, we heard
Right,
about the
exactly.
beef. We didn't know how real it got.
Rest
though.
in peace, Ron Du.
Right,
that
right.
was like one of his gunmen.
Yo,
Clue was
what up?
making so much money. He was like, it was like some drug shit.
Right.
He had a team, and Desert Storm was holding Clue
Wow.
down.
What up, Twitchers? We are live right now with Cutmaster C. We just got
Word.
an exclusive story for Lost in Hip Hop,
Indeed.
sponsored by Ewing Athletics.
Oh yeah. So let me ask you this question. So you're making all this money, you got the tapes, then the shit hits where people can't make that much money on mixtapes. What happened at that point?
And this is when the internet hit.
Yes.
That's what happens when you don't plan ahead. And I didn't plan ahead.
That's what I want to know.
I definitely want to get to that, but there's a lot more because that doesn't happen till like
No,
mid
not at all.
2000s.
Oh, yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I'm
it took
saying?
a while for that.
Yeah,
Right, it
and
takes
that's
a
and that's
while.
really for anybody.
We
And-
had got to the CDs and stuff.
Right,
Yeah,
and
and-
we're not even up to CD
Yeah.
stuff yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
No matter what, even at whenever it did end, you was right there to the very end with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To the DVDs. We went from tapes
Right.
to CDs to DVDs. So I jumped in the DVD game. I kept going. But we'll get to that. But I got stuck after the DVD game died out.
All right. So how did it from the Clue? How did that
So
end?
I mean, without getting all the way into it so much,
Yeah.
but with the Clue shit, it got into gunplay.
Whoa.
Wow.
They pulled
now-
guns on you? Go ahead.
So like I said, the mix, we was so big and we was making so much money. It was like the drug game.
Right.
As far as the mixtape DJs, that was really making money.
Yeah.
You know, and I got up there. I was making money like Clue. He was driving Benzes, I was driving Benzes, whatever. BMWs, we were driving all the hottest cars in Queens.
Yeah.
So when they tried to cut me, we retaliated. I had a bunch of guys with me. It was his birthday. I already knew where he lived or whatever. He was having a party that night, so we pulled up on the block in the MPV. I really didn't want to do it, but I had a bunch of guys with me
Pushing.
that was holding me down too, and they was
Gotcha.
like, "Nah, we pulling up. They not getting away with that. They tried to
Wow.
cut you." So we pulled up on the block. I didn't know it was gonna get that crazy. We pulled up on his block, and it was his birthday. So some of the guys was outside. He wasn't outside.
It's a little bold.
So I guess they knew my MPV. It was custom. I had the ski rack on, the special colors, the tints on the lights. They knew that was my. They knew that was my van.
Did you go ski? You never?
We drove up the block,
Right.
and when we got to the top of the hill, we stopped, and they all was looking at us. They was strapped. They started shooting at the van. Pow, pow, pow. My man opened the door, slid open. My man jumped out the car and just started busting off. Boom, boom, boom. One of his guys got hit.
Whoa.
Yo.
No casualties?
The guy lived. You know,
Wow.
but I didn't warrant none of that, and it's
Right.
nothing
Yeah.
to brag about none.
Nah,
I
for
didn't
sure.
expect that night to go the way.
No,
it went,
so
you know.
it's
Right.
it's an in-depth look at something that as fans we all knew there was a beef, there was a tension. If you
And
paid,
everybody knew about
paid
it, yeah.
attention
Yeah.
enough to it, because some of the mixtape world was in its own world.
Yes.
Like there's times where
sure.
I learned about things that were happening in hip hop that I was so in tune with at a different layer of music, which was this mixtape stardom stuff, where there's like the underground layer that I skipped completely
Yeah, you
over.
skipped that.
Yes.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And C was one of the dudes that was the reason why guys like me did skip over the. I'm not gonna
He kept you fed.
absolutely.
You kept your fan base fed.
Absolutely,
I appreciate that.
That's
A lot of the
definitely.
dope boys and the drug dealers said they used to come outside to the Cutmaster C tapes and get on the highway and go get their money.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I've
Besides
always
the tragedy, Gaddafi,
Right.
the Barbie, the CNN,
Right.
Queens, we had it on lock.
Yeah, for sure.
absolutely. I mean, like the mid
Queens
to
get
late
the money.
90s
Web and Nitty, what's
is
up?
Just, so I always had this I always wondered why Ron G or SNS or anybody, screamed so loudly that it ruined the mix of the song. I couldn't listen to it.
They say that about Flex too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So every now and then, and there was one particular joint it's called "Murder for Hire" by Nature, where the only version that you could find was on C's tape,
Yeah.
and the ad libs was loud on that one. But you know what? I banged it like it was clear as
But
day.
you know what was
bro.
crazy? You remember back then, the music, everything wasn't as clear as it is now.
Yeah.
Everything is perfect now. Back then, we had the DATs and all
Yes.
that. It wasn't that clear.
Right.
Even the Clue tapes wasn't crystal clear the way shit is now.
Yeah.
And shout out to Clue. The Clue and J. Cole dropped last night.
Yes.
Fire.
I gotta check it.
So I saw.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you think of that? The resurgence of the new guys bringing in the mixtape DJs again?
I love it. I like
yeah.
it. I was on the phone with Fendi. That's like my best friend, partner.
Right.
I called Fendi. He working on he got like 3 podcasts coming out. I called Fendi. I said, yo, your man Clue just dropped with J. Cole. He said, what? He gave me the link. We was on FaceTime. He said, send it to me. Send it to him. He called me back. He looked at me. He said, it's time.
Yeah.
I was like, huh? He's like, get in the studio. I was like, all right, say no more.
Definitely
He
got
said,
to get active.
It's
with
like
them.
it's coming back.
Yeah,
Right.
So he was like, yo, let's go.
So
Right.
one of the things that we discussed a little bit is of course like your exclusives, and I just I can't help to think that you probably have some things in the stash that nobody's ever
Right.
heard before.
I got
Right.
some things, yeah.
Right. Have
some-
getting those.
I got some.
I got some music.
Getting those exclusives and getting them handed to you. Did you ever get any threats or any problems with rap?
So I think we was talking about Capone earlier
Yes.
with
Yes.
the War Report.
Yes.
So what they did was they jumped on the Envy tape. They gave me some exclusives, and then they said, because Absolute did it too.
Yeah.
So they was like, so to the DJs, Cutmaster C, Absolute, when we see you, we lumping you up and we bucking you.
Wow.
Yo,
And that
I
was
need
at
to
the
hear
mixtape.
that again
Really
because
that
I feel
serious?
like I heard it at some point in my life, but I forgot about that.
And I'm like, so remember I said Splash and Envy? I'm like, these supposed to be my guys, like Splash. You my people. We hang out together. You played that?
Yeah, I remember.
We ran down on Splash.
Whoa.
You used to be my man, but you played that, so you disrespected me.
Right.
So we ran down on Splash Block.
So so now the Clue beef is still going on.
The Clue beef started after the shootout. Some things happened after that. He ran down on me again with Ron Do at B Street Records. I don't know if you ever heard
Yeah,
of B Street.
yes,
B Street
absolutely.
Records.
Absolutely. With the
So they
beef.
set me up. So
How they set you up?
so like I'm a hustler. You know, you call me for money, I'm coming.
Right.
So B Street called me. I had just dropped off like 100, 200 tapes. They called me like the next day, like, yo, we sold out, we need more. I didn't even think, me being greedy and chasing the money, like, I'm on my way. Called my man, I think I had the Acura Legend. Because the MPV, got hot, I got rid of it.
Yeah.
I was dealing with Gotti on Queens Boulevard. I need to get jumpy, I need something else. Traded it in for the Acura.
Yo, that is crazy, bro.
So we sitting in the Acura. I dropped the box of tapes off. They actually paid me and everything, gave me the money.
Yeah.
But it was somebody in B, I ain't gonna say his name, it was somebody in B Street that was kind of riding with Clue.
Got you.
So Clue probably was like, yo, have him come near. So when I was walking back to the car, my man was sitting in the car. I see Clue and Rondu walking up to me. I'm like, what up? I'm thinking they ready to fight or something. Rondu pulls the gun out and jumps in the car. My man sitting in the car. He opens the door.
Oh, shit.
No, Rondu waited for me to get in the Acura. He opens the passenger door and jumps on top of my man, hits him in the head. Boom. Knocks my man right out with the gun.
Yo,
Shit like
this
a movie.
shit
I'm coming out with a movie too.
real,
bro.
yes.
Netflix too.
Yes.
Call me.
Yeah.
Knocks my man out
This
with the
is
gun.
like,
My man,
Yo, this is out of control.
man is
Cut C
not
Clue.
I
Boy.
wasn't expecting none of this.
Rondu got
No,
the gun pointed
honestly-
to me like, drive off.
Yo, for
I'm like,
real.
oh, he trying to kill me over
Yo,
there.
bro, we had no idea that we would
No.
hear this.
No.
I'm giving you exclusive. Shout out
Yes.
to Queen's
Oh, you
Flip. Because I
definitely
gave
are.
Flip some of it, but I'm giving y'all more details.
Wait, so in the
Twitch,
car,
what up, Twitch? We live. This is
Yeah,
it
we
right
live.
here.
Just like in the movies, they in the car with the gun to tell you to
My
drive off.
man is knocked out. Like, this ain't no acting, nothing. My man is asleep. I'm in the Acura. The gun is pointing to my head. He said, drive this bitch. I'm going to kill you. I'm driving this downtown Brooklyn, behind B Street.
Right.
So I drive off. The gun is still pointing to me. Nobody's going to do nothing in front of everybody.
Right.
You're going to jail forever. You're not stupid. I seen the light pole. I crashed right into the light pole. Boom. Rondu had the gun. His head hit the front of the window. Boom. He's like, oh, shit.
Wow.
Rest in peace, Rondu. He jumped out of the car and ran off.
Whoa.
The cars crashed. The cops come to the scene. The ambulances.
All right,
kind of.
real quick. No, seriously.
This is
seriously.
this is actual
in the
insanity.
I'm sorry. In the timeline.
Y'all getting some exclusives
Yes.
here tonight.
In the
Shout out Mo Jack.
Yo,
Tragedy, Gaddafi, Queens, get the money.
in the timeline of all
Tell
this,
us,
right,
Hoodlum, let's go.
where was that part? Like, what part? Because this sounds like there's part 1, part 2, part 3,
It's
part
not 2.
4.
That's part
Like,
2.
Get the movie deal for us. Let's get some money.
Let's do
Because
it.
there is multiple acts of.
It's so much. It's still
violence,
probably
bro.
things I'm not telling you everything.
Right.
No,
right.
we get that, and
Right.
we respect that because we should not be incriminating ourselves at all or anybody else. You know what I mean?
Right.
But at the same time, we had no idea.
No idea it went
that
this
it
far.
was this in
Yeah.
depth.
People,
You know what I mean?
I
people
guess-
knew about the beef with me and Clue. Like, it got all the way to Rikers Island, to the jails. They knew. E-Money Bags came home. Was like, nigga, we was on the island talking about you and Clue. Y'all the guys, yo. I had to come home and get on your tape.
I feel like for
E-Money, rest in
people,
peace, E-Money Bags.
Let me ask you this: was there a boycott against Fabulous to you, and like in the sense of where, like, I know that Ali and Fab had their thing, and like Clue
Like, you wouldn't
boycotted
play Fabs?
Ali.
No,
you know what I mean?
what happened by the time he got with Fab, the beef was over.
Yeah.
Like, it
Okay.
was squashed. So I got Fab on my mixtape. I went and
Gotcha.
picked Fab up in my Lexus in the GS. His manager, he had Webb and Chael.
Yo,
Fab was still in Breedport.
Right.
He had the Vanson on. I went and picked him up. They ain't had no cars. I went
That
and picked
is
him up.
hilarious. What did
And
they
I
say
brought
about
him
that?
to Chaz, rest in peace, Chaz, Blackhand. I brought
Word.
Fab all the way to Queens to do a freestyle for me. He did a freestyle for me over the Nas, Hate Me Now.
Wow.
'Cause I'm about to drop a big mixtape called Shit Ain't Sweet.
Right.
Greek Fest was a few days away. I wanted the tapes out for Greek Fest.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
and no follow up from that. Like nobody, like Clue not
Oh
saying.
no,
like,
I'm
"Yo,
gonna
what
tell
the
you the
fuck you
clue.
doing?"
What happened, honestly, Webb and Nitty, they used to be my managers, but we're still close friends.
Yeah.
And we definitely still rock together. I got a podcast coming out.
Nice.
They about to get back with the management, but
Dope.
talk to them all the time. But Webb and Nitty came home. I met Nitty first, and anytime I introduced you to my man Webb, we want to rock with you, but the first thing we got to do is we got to make sure this Clue shit is squashed.
Yeah.
Me and Clue squashed it, shook hands and everything.
Wow.
We squashed it.
After so many different engagements that could have led to fatalities.
It really could have got bad,
100%,
but
yeah.
Webb is from Clue's block. They all from the same area, Murdoch and Farmers and all that. So they grew up together.
Right.
But Webb and Nitty wanted to start their entertainment company, which was called On Top Entertainment. They signed me as the DJ. I actually found Joe Budden through
That's
a
Joe
close
Budden.
friend.
I was about to say, Webb and
I
Nitty,
brought
that's Joe Budden.
to Webb
Wow.
and Nitty as their first artist.
So you said you found Joe Budden, but what do you, how did you find
A
him?
close friend of mine, Bryce Breezy, I went to high school with. He said, "Yo, you got to hear my godbrother, Mousy, from Jersey City."
That's hilarious.
He played the tape for me. I was
Mousy.
like, "He's alright." Yeah.
Well,
I wasn't bored on Joe Budden at first.
right.
Neither was I. Again,
Yeah,
all due
I think a lot
respect.
of people weren't in the beginning.
Yeah.
So I said, "Webb, I got something for you. You might see if you like it or not." Webb got in the car. Webb fell in love with Joe. He's like, "Oh no, he the truth." Webb talk. "Oh no, hold on. Yo, Nitty, where you at?" They both liked him. They was like, "Okay, where's he at?"
Wow.
We hooked it up. They said, "Yo, we want to sign him." He signed to On Top Entertainment.
Wow.
They signed Joe Budden, Joe's producer, Dub B.
Yes,
White Boy
White
Dub
Boy,
B.
White
And
Boy.
they signed me as the DJ for On Top.
Wow.
And as Joe Budden's DJ. I
Wow.
started playing Joe Budden on all my mixtapes. Clue, everybody,
now that you say
everybody,
that, I
all the
remember.
DJs started
What
playing.
a setup.
I started playing Joe. I was naming Joe Budden because they was calling him Mousy,
Yeah.
but I was naming Joe Buttons with an S. All the
Joe
DJs
Buttons,
followed
yeah.
with an S.
That's
And
how it
all the
first
DJs
came
was
out.
following what I was
Yeah.
doing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Joe took off. Got with Clue. Got with Skane, Def Jam.
Yeah.
Record deal, Pump
Yeah.
It Up. We on tour.
Crazy,
Wow.
bro.
And I'm on tour with Clue.
Wow. Look at that.
That's
look at
that's
that.
a full circle.
Look at
moment.
that.
Clue,
No,
Clue
for
got
sure.
the penthouse, the parties, and the Lowe's Hotel. I'm up there partying with Clue like nothing, like we best friends. Nothing never happened.
That's great though to hear. That's amazing.
You know, I definitely
Shout out
wanna-
to Skane. Shout out to Desert Storm.
a little. I do want to backtrack because there was a time when then Clue got the record deal,
Yes, he did.
right?
Professional.
Then Clue got Hot 97. Were those opportunities ever around for you? Because I do remember also at the time Hot 97 would have the Mixmaster weekends, have all the mixtape DJs, and were you
I'm gonna be
ever-
honest with him. I'm gonna say it on your show. I honestly think I was being blackballed. Who knows who was doing it? Who knows? But I was being blackballed really when it came to a Cutmaster C album.
Right.
50 Cent, we'll get to that. He was the first one to say, "We got to put out a C album." 50 was gonna put it out. Was gonna
I
get
remember
behind
50
it.
Wow.
being all
He
over
said, "Yo, C, you got to come out with an album."
your mixtapes,
Yeah,
bro.
and you had that one where you had the interviews with 50 in jail, right?
Yeah.
What was the name of that?
Live from Central
Yeah,
Bookings.
yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
That,
50 got shot
Queens
up. And
heavy.
The DJs, I think Columbia dropped 50.
yeah.
yeah,
We all from
Sony,
Queens,
Columbia,
but
Trackmaster.
the DJs were scared to play Fifth.
yeah.
Cutmaster C was playing 50. I didn't care.
Right.
Like, I was a renegade. I didn't care.
Renegade, man.
They
That-
dropped
bro,
it from
it's
the
a
label.
fact.
I'm like, this kid is hot. I'm telling everybody.
Right.
A lot of people like, hey, he's going to take over the game.
I'm telling
And
you,
I was going crazy with
99,
50.
2000. all
Sha
that,
Money,
like-
me and Sha Money was close. That was his producer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout
I
out to
started
Sha
even
Money.
giving him money. Like, I need all the 50 Cent exclusives. Then he hosted a birthday mixtape for me.
Right.
Then we did the live from Central Bookings and stuff, and he took off.
When he came, when
I was actually supposed to be his DJ, but he took Who Kid with him.
Yeah.
Who Kid is Sha Money's cousin,
yes, that
and Sha Money's his producer. So.
right. That's how that worked out. But when G Unit came, where you were part of that whole with the whole.
I was
mixtape.
yeah. They showed me love. They
Yeah.
put me on it was called The Future.
Yes, G Unit's
Yeah,
the
he
future.
got it. It's still on the Cutmaster C freestyle.
Yeah.
They showed me love on that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, man, you were very part of heavy-handed in the hip hop culture in the mid '90s, early 2000s. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%.
So,
Appreciate it.
all right. Now we're getting to the 2000s. We're into CDs, DVDs. Thing DJ
The
Drama
stakes is
gets
high,
rated.
there's more money.
Right, DJ Drama gets rated.
DJ Drama.
Yeah, I remember that DJ,
you know them.
Drama in Cannon, right?
Yep.
Cannon, yeah.
And
Yeah,
how,
which is just for the record, a bunch of bullshit. Fuck the FBI, but
Yeah,
whatever.
but
how did you take that when that happened? What did you have to change
I was like,
game
oh
plan?
shit! Like, I mean, because honestly, I got locked up one time in the Bronx.
Yeah.
We call it the Acura. I got my girl was in the car. Shout out to Shanae, my ex-girl. I don't want to get you in trouble now with your little boyfriend. We still speak though. I love you. I still love you, Shanae. But anyway, she was sitting in the car. I popped the trunk. I'm going in the car with the CDs, and the cop car was sitting right there, like a van. And they said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Chopping joints off and just leaving them on consignment. Put your hands behind your back." They locked me up.
For
that
that
is crazy,
In the Bronx,
bro.
I slept overnight, and it was that Bronx right there in the Fordham Road.
Like,
Yeah, I mean, I beat the case. I probably had to pay a fine, but they locked me up.
What was the
They
charge?
said copyright infringement. They said there's no barcodes on these CDs. I didn't have no cash on me, nothing. I
Yo.
was dropping the CDs off.
how much?
And even though you had on the tape for promotional use,
For
didn't matter,
promotional, so
right?
They didn't care.
They didn't care.
that
So
is
they left her.
wild.
They left her sitting in the car. She had no license. I don't even think she knew how to drive. And they took me off in the van.
What year was that?
That probably
Because was it around
That
the
might
same
have been
time as like when
2000
what happened
or
with Drama?
2001.
When did it happen with
no,
Drama?
the drama thing happened after,
like
after my
05, like-
situation.
yeah,
That's when I knew it was getting real. But I
Got
kept
you.
going. But I know me and Clue was kind of like. Like
And
they watching,
everyone was
they
trying. All the
watching.
DJs were trying to do the like. You're buying the sticker, the CDs free.
Yeah, we
type
started
shit.
everything promotional use only, and we was trying everything.
Yeah.
But Drama was doing it on a higher level. Like
Yeah,
he was doing
100%.
What was it called? Gangsta Grills, right?
Gangsta Grill, and he was selling,
Jeezy.
he was really moving on
He
the
was
internet.
making a lot
and
of
that's
money.
what
He
we
was
really,
making money like he was
Yeah,
putting out
it
an
was
album.
Yes,
it was
100%.
Tax-free money.
It was some
So,
serious
100%.
units.
They
He was
raided
moving
the crib.
units.
They had all the exotic cars. They
Yes.
raided it, and I don't know how it ended up, but they definitely, you're right. The feds
Yes.
came and got him.
Yeah.
Yes. Another question I did want to bring it back even back to. Remember the mixtape awards?
The mixtape awards.
Just those mixtape
Yeah.
awards. Had very
Yeah.
big for the mixtapes.
I got nominated a lot. I never got a mixtape.
Why do you
Rest
think
in peace
that
to
is?
Justo.
Yeah, rest
the
in-
movie,
why
the
do you-
Cutmaster C movie. Y'all gonna negotiate it, Mo Jack.
Let's do it. We
let's
got
go.
you, bro. We got you.
Shout out to Justo. Rest in peace to Justo. I keep saying rest in peace to everybody. It's just rest in peace to everybody. Justo wanted me to pay for a mixtape. And I was like, I ain't even gonna curse or nothing, respect to Justo. I said, I'm not paying for nothing. Especially something that I deserve.
Right.
He gave me the call, like, you pay for the mixtape. You're gonna get the mixtape of the year.
Yo,
I'm not
really?
I'm not paying for nothing.
Was that? But was that a known practice for that? Because
Yeah, a lot of the DJs, not gonna say no name,
heartbreaking.
they were paying.
Yeah.
Because
heartbreaking.
Justo had to get
just
rid of the
crushed
plaque.
Mickey
He had to
Mouse.
pay for the plaques. And
Yeah.
Yo,
I mean,
yeah.
the DJs, I'm not saying they didn't deserve their awards.
No, yeah, 100%.
But he
You're right.
still wanted payola.
Wow.
And
Oh,
I
that is
wasn't doing
heartbreaking.
it.
So knowing that being the case, it's like when we find out like there's no Santa Claus.
I mean, you just crushed Mickey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it is a business,
payroll
and a lot of
going on.
things, are political and business driven.
Because I was wondering why you never got one.
I'll give you the answer. I wasn't paying. And radio and certain things, I was not selling my soul like a lot of DJs did.
Yeah, because that's what I'm saying. Because also the mixtape game was so heavy.
I'm
that
not selling my soul like a lot of DJs did.
the mixtape game was so heavy at one point that Hot 97 had to acknowledge and gave every Saturday was taking it to the streets where
Right.
4 or 5 DJs
Yeah.
rotated. They gave K Slay his first slot, Green Lantern,
Tony Touch,
Threat,
everybody.
Right.
K Slay.
And you was it.
Rest in peace. Shout out to K Slay.
Rest in peace to Threat.
Right. Rest in peace.
From Long Island,
from
Brentwood, Long Island.
And shout out to Long Island.
Word.
I got love for the whole LI. I had a crib out here before.
Yeah, where
Shout out
at?
to the whole Long Island. I was talking to Mo Jack earlier. I had a crib in Bay Shore
All right, right here.
and I had a crib in Brentwood.
Oh, right here.
Long
kid.
Island
All
is
right,
nice.
look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that.
We are from an area where we are very rich in hip hop history.
Yes.
Shout out to EP&D.
Word.
Alvin Tony, rest in peace. Yeah.
All right, that's dope, man. That's dope. All right, so I got a lot of my questions I,
like
always
it.
wanted to know.
What Andy at? What
Yeah,
Andy?
look, we blended it very well. I think we should try and get into a little bit
Where
of
the
music
Henny at?
real
Where the
quick.
Henny at?
The Henny's over here. We are live on Twitch,
get it, we'll get
DCM Live TV.
We're gonna play a few
Everyone-
Shout out to DCM.
Yo.
They got it right now. Listen.
Yo, you gotta go
If
to.
you're not watching DCM Twitch live, you're doing something wrong. You're in the way.
Yo, thank you,
Come out with a
Steve, for
mixtape.
coming
If you're
through.
not watching, I'm gonna come out with a mixtape and I'm gonna diss all of y'all.
Yeah.
All right,
See
let's
live
go.
TV.
Lost in Hip Hop.